Good, everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So, what I'm going to do, right, as a part of this certification, I'm going to talk about the lightning aspect of Salesforce. Yes, we talked about different aspects, or in the last episode, talked about mobile publisher. But that being said, right, the lightning aspect is one part of the certification. So, I hope if you have done admin cert, you will know what lightning is all about. So, just to give you a context, right? Salesforce used to ship the product in a classic version. That's an old format. So if you log into org, you go to this gecko icon, not this here, sorry. You go to this here and you go to, okay, all right, never mind. Switch to classic, right? So it will give you a very old looking page centric based interface, which was the old way of doing stuff in Salesforce. And this is more like, if you do any kind of operation on a record, you just have to go and do the stuff in the backend and get and refresh the stuff back. It's not driven by component based architecture. Whereas the Lightning is driven by the Lightning framework, and which is the new framework. That's exactly what Salesforce recommend people to use it. And there's not much difference, to be honest, right? I mean, the things are nicely arranged. Like for instance, the screen you're looking at, it right? It is a Lightning based interface, right? Now you can have an opportunity here, you have a lead here, you have a task here, for instance, and you have, for instance, in the home page, you can create a contact, you can edit the contact. This is all done using LWC. And then there is this is a tiny game. I just made it for my daughter because in one Sunday morning she said she was bored. I said, "All right, let me make you this, you know, a tiny boring tic tac toe game in LWC. So if you do this, it's just a very dumb game. So I try to you know, it tried to do different stuff, right? So my daughter liked it. So, I mean, it took me. I mean, I did this maybe in 15 minutes. I mean, I wrote a tic tac toe game a long time ago, like uh, in in an Xcode. Sorry, not in Xcode. My bad. Oh no, no, no. Wait, yeah, that was not in the Xcode. Um, I used that using a Delphi technology, and I put it to I compiled it to via Xcode and the Android Studio. Yeah, so that was in Delphi. That is in 2014. Yeah, many years ago. So that was pretty cool because I added all kind of intelligence to it. It was fun. All right, sorry, to digress. So the one you're looking on the screen, right? This is a Lightning page, right? So for instance, let me take an example of an opportunity. Let me grab an opportunity here. Um, So this is a list view, right? List view of the opportunity. If you go to a single opportunity, you can see all the information here. And these all things can be configurable using a page layout. And so, for instance, if I wanted to change the position of this opportunity owner, I can do that using page layout, which is a pretty simple thing to do. And if I wanted to, let's say, go and um, look at the field name, for instance, the opportunity owner, all I have to do, I go to this gecko icon here, and I will edit object, right? And what you can do, you can go to field and relationship, and you can just look for opportunity owner, right? So you can see that here. And if you wanted to look at the information, you can do that as well, right? Um, all right. It's taking time. Right, it's a lookup to user, nothing fancy there. And if you wanted to change the position, you can go to a position of the fields or alignment of the fields. You can obviously go to the page layout and fiddle with it, right? Then we got a compact layout, which if you wanted to create a compact layout. You can do use the system default. If I look at the system default, this is the stuff you can see there, right? And if I go here, um, so these are the other stuff. So if you look at, account name, close date, amount, opportunity owner, right? Um, so this is the one you can see there. Now, one thing I just wanted to mention that you can also, customize the list view option. What that means is that, for instance, if I wanted to go to list view here, right? And let's say I created a button, right? And I want to, which pretty much calls a visual force page or whatever, right? You can go to uh, what's it called? Sorry, not this one. Search layout. Not the search layout. Sorry, this one, the list view button layout. And if you go here, I mean, there are a lot of things you can talk about from a Lightning perspective, right? But you can see the new code. If I do this one here, let's see what happens. Is that okay? And yeah, you can see the new code appear here, right? So you can configure a lot of things, right? I mean, everything these days on the Salesforce interface is mostly Lightning. The Lightning has two frameworks, though, right? One is the Lightning Web Component. That's you. I mean, using which you can build your Lightning custom components. It also has Aura framework, which you can work along with your LWC component. That's an old uh, framework, but that being said, we can still mix and match. You can work with LWC and Aura together. And a lot of things, and customizing a Lightning page is pretty easy. You can also create a Lightning app. For instance, you can see the sales app here, right? If you go to the tic-tac-toe icon, you can see all these different apps, right? You can create it using the Lightning App Manager. So I'll show you how to do that. So if you go to the scarecrow icon, I'm pretty sure, right? I mean, everyone will know it, right? I don't think so. This should be your first certification. If you have done admin, I'm fairly confident that you will not have much difficulty understanding what Lightning is about, what Lightning app is all about. So if you go to setup here, right? So Gecko icon, setup, and if I look at app manager, right? So you go to app manager here. Um, and you can create a new Lightning app, right? If you want to build it. So let's do some new Lightning app, right? I will say demo app, yeah? And demo app, if you wanted to add description, you can add it. Okay, one, I'll just add it one. Okay, which way you wanted to do the navigation, standard or console? I'll just keep the standard one, desktop and phone, so that it can be viewed on desktop and phone, right? Um, so you just leave this option here for now. Add a utility item if you want to see something at the bottom. So for instance, I wanted to add some channel feed. Yeah, I can do that. And I can do next. And the objects you want to add. Let's say I wanted to add account, right? That's why I only wanted to add accounts, right? That's pretty much it. And which profile? Let's say I wanted to give access to system admin. So this is a pretty simple thing what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is that I'm trying to create an app which is hosted on the Lightning platform, and I've added the accounts and account as the object, so that when you go to the app, right, obviously you need to see something to work with it. So you will only see account. And also what I did was that I made sure that this app only sysadmin will have access to it. So I'll do this here. Oh, it's gonna take time. Okay, so demo app is created. So you're just gonna refresh it. Um, yeah, demo app. Oh wow, there's two one. I think I might have created one in the past. So let's see which one is it. Obviously not this one. So this is no one. Okay, this one perhaps. Right, and you can see the utility, the chatter feed. Right. So this is how you normally do an app creation, which is pretty straightforward, right? You don't have to write any piece of a code. Now, why this is part of the certification is because it's about interface. It's about user experience, and this is nice and looks great compared to the classic version, right? I've showed you how classic version look like. It looks yucky, to be honest. In 2023, classic is really like something from a stone age. It's that primitive, right? Um, I'm not disregarding any of the people experiencing the classic, but I'm just saying in 2023, classic won't cut it, right? So the Lightning interface looks great. I don't know if you have seen SAP interface, right, back in early 2000, right? It's not really great, to be honest. Then SAP came out with SAP HANA, and um, they've done a lot of I would say innovation in SAP space, and now the interface looks great. So that being said, yeah, that's all pretty much I wanted to talk. I don't know if you guys heard about just an off topic though. This public sector solution certification. This is something I'm trying to prepare because this is a pretty much a popular thing in the market at this stage, and it's usually going to be used by government agencies, federals, central, whatever, right? I mean, because I'm not going to talk from the United States. I don't understand the American government structure, but at least from a New Zealand perspective, I would say from a central agency's perspective, you can use this public sector solution, right? You got license management, you got the grant permission, you got inspection management, the case, um, a lot of different options, right? So this is something I'm actually preparing for it because I wanted to give the certification that the partner created one, and then I will let you know, guys, right? How the how the certification goes, and perhaps in the future I might make some you know videos around it, so to share my experience and to teach you guys, how cool this product is. So yeah, that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing Tuesday. Adios.